Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Bengals and the Broncos, and it comes your way next.
As far as home field advantages go in the playoffs, there are few places tougher on a visiting team than this one. Sold out in Power Field at Mile High in Denver. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Denver Broncos. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest. You'll take the week off. Get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. Here come the Bengals. And CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And he more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2. But his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game then.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Williams running left. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's on the guard, David Edwards. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took him to the limits.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And taken right at the 35. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. He'll drop to throw. And this one's incomplete.
Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised.
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out, and the Bengals grab it.
We're going to shut you down.
Whenever we call a game that's in the snow, we have to focus a little bit more, trying to make sure we've got the right numbers on players that we're calling, right? The right guys in the game. Think about the guys on the field. Their focus has to really increase as well because so many things coming at you. You got to make sure that you're really locked in on taking care of the ball.
Or if you don't, you cough it up like they did right there.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30.
He'll hand this to Williams to start things out.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Burrow. He's got Thompson here, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's ball. Touchdown, Bengals.
Come on, let's get him.
A big play there. 51 yards.
And the Bengals are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch. And that one wound up in the end zone.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. Here's a give to Mixon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one a first down. They'll set up a throw. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards. Second and 12. They're going to look to throw. Open man, he completes it to Jeudy. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Back to throw. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy there to make the grab. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Now for the point after. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Williams. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Burrow will throw. He finds his man, complete. That's ball. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. Now it's Burrow. That is caught. It's Williams. Touchdown. A great play there. 29 yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown.
From the 6.
Oh, good-looking return set up here. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. They'll run it with Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
2nd and 8 coming up.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's ball. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll try and run. This is Williams. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Williams will try again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Here's Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
From the 6.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Running left, it's Mixon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll look to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Touchdown, Broncos. Jerry Jeudy with a 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos draw a bit closer.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. Now the try here for the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. So that drive, 4 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line. So it'll come out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Last week in the wild card win, he had 7 catches. That's his first one here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Thompson. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Throwing again, it's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now they go play action now. Burrow. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thompson. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Shakes off the sag. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Jabril Cox drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second and 2. This is the tight end Fant. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
I feel you, dog. I feel you.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Thompson. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So not the greatest of first halves for him, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points doesn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. This will be caught. Judy. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. So it's on to halftime of this AFC Divisional Round matchup. As now we send you out, we now proceed to the start of the second half.
Final adjustments are underway in the locker rooms. Which of these 2 teams will survive and advance to next weekend's AFC Championship game? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end Fant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. Now it's Mixon running right. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Give him 32 on the play. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end fan. Touchdown, Broncos. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a 1st down as well. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. It's ball. 7 yards to pick up there. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Burrow looking to pass. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thompson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow over the middle, complete. That's Thompson. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 14. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They run it again with Williams. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 46 yards on the ground for him so far. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. So a response there to the touchdown of the opening drive of this 3rd quarter as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think you'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
After the made field goal, Seibert back out there to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So that one will be accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Welcome back now to Denver. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. Burrow will throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's ball. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch the short passes. He can run under a long pass. Or he can do what we saw right there. Catch one and then make a big gain after the catch.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage of it. Looked the ball in, turned on the jets, and took it all the way.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. 47 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sam Hubbard. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. They'll set up to throw. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
2nd and 11. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Going right back to Fant. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll hand this to Williams to start things out. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Going right side here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Now Burrow. He's got it complete to Thompson. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down. 2nd and 7. Here's Burrow. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well. And they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill it for a loss.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 23 yards on the play. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Williams. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Will likely put an end to this thing. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Seibert on for the PAT. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Man, that ain't make no sense.
So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So the Broncos now down by 10. 1:47 on the clock. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's a run for Williams.
fighting through, and he's got space. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
Williams. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs, and that girds them for a championship run in the future?